What's up, my people? This is ShowBizz, the adult. All right, man, look. I bit my tongue eating some pizza last night. It was some good pizza, y'all. I was dancing and eating, and I bit my tongue. It's still bruised. So my words may not be coming out that clear. But, anywho, Errol Spence and Shawn Porter, that fight looks like it's going to happen next. According to Shawn Porter, he's 100% confident that he'll be fighting Errol Spence next. He's already in the gym training. Okay, so that's how sure he is. And I think it's more than Manny Pacquiao and that poll that was released. I think he's on the inside track, speaking with Al Heyman, Errol Spence team. So he's feeling confident. I think it's more than highly probable that he's next for Errol Spence. How I feel about that? Great. It's a good thing because Errol Spence versus Shawn Porter, okay, is more meaningful when it comes to strap season, okay, unifying and getting the belts. It's more meaningful, okay. I also want to say, like I said before, I'm coming to bat for Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter, he's done more for the welterweight division, like I said before, than any other welterweight. This guy has fought Adrian Broner, Kell Brook, Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman, Ugas, and now he's going to fight Errol Spence. Okay, so Shawn Porter, he's the man of the welterweight division. Now, Errol Spence, he and Terrence Crawford, those two guys may be the best fighters. But Shawn Porter is the man, though. Let's keep it real. And, if you want to talk about ducking, that's the last thing Shawn Porter is, okay? So, much love to Shawn Porter for that, for creating so much movement. And he said he would. He said that he wanted to fight Keith Thurman in a rematch, or Keith Thurman belt should be stripped so there can be some movement in the welterweight division, and he lived up to it. Okay, so I give Shawn Porter all the love. But I'm excited for another thing. Manny Pacquiao versus Keith Thurman. I'm excited about that. I think the Floyd Mayweather fight isn't going to happen. I really think it's not going to happen. Manny Pacquiao has a fight scheduled for June, and Mayweather is not going to be ready by June. And I don't really think he's coming out of retirement to take on Manny Pacquiao. Floyd Mayweather never shown to be the guy to take risk anyway. So to come out of retirement, take Manny Pacquiao, who's been busy, he's not going to do it. So that leaves Keith Thurman, because I know Keith Thurman, he's been jockeying for that position. I think Manny Pacquiao versus Keith Thurman is a war. I think that's a war. Very entertaining fight. I really do. So, whoever comes out, I think we're 2 fights away from unifying. Honestly, at least unifying enough belts, and then having a fight with Terrence Crawford. Whoever comes out of Shawn Porter versus Errol Spence is more than likely going to fight whoever wins between Manny Pacquiao and Keith Thurman, and then that person is holding most of the straps. Then after that, they take on somebody like Terrence Crawford. But here's what I want to say about Terrence Crawford. We need to stop pretending that Terrence Crawford is sitting on top of the hill like, he's the last boss of Mortal Kombat or something like that. You got these guys like Errol Spence. He's about to take on Shawn Porter. He took on Kell Brook. And then you have people like Shawn Porter who fought Ugas, about to fight Errol Spence, Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, Kell Brook, and Adrian Broner. Then you got guys like Keith Thurman who fought Danny Garcia and Shawn Porter. You got Danny Garcia who fought Shawn Porter and Keith Thurman. And you got Terrence Crawford who hasn't fought any of those guys. He's going to have to fight a Danny Garcia or something like that before he gets a chance to unify himself. Let's keep it a buck, man. I mean, he hasn't done enough at 147, for us to feel that he's sitting on top of the hill somewhere. So I need to see him against a Ugas, against, a Danny Garcia, against a Keith Thurman or something like that. At least an Adrian Broner. Something like, I need to see something. Okay, just so I can feel more comfortable and confident in, like, okay, the winner between everybody who's about to fight with Manny Pacquiao, Keith Thurman, Shawn Porter, Errol Spence, whoever comes out of that has to fight Terrence Crawford, and Terrence Crawford going to have to fight somebody. he's gonna have to, you know, get his fights in with Danny Garcia or something like that, Adrian Broner or something. But back to Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter's in the gym, he's training, and Shawn Porter said that he's proven to everyone that he can box. He showed that he can box against Danny Garcia, against Ugas. And how I feel about that is, I personally think Shawn Porter should play a little football when fighting Errol Spence. I think definitely box. You got to show that wrinkle because you can't be one-dimensional either way. When you're fighting a great fighter like Errol Spence fighting Mikey Garcia, he had to show a different wrinkle in his game. When you fighting another great fighter, you can't just be one-dimensional. Okay, Errol Spence couldn't be one-dimensional with Mikey Garcia. Okay, Shawn Porter, he can't approach this fight being one-dimensional, so he can't just be the outside boxer either. You know what I'm saying? He definitely can't just play football because he'll be smothering his own shots too much. The shot's not going to come out clean. But I need for him to play some football because here's the thing. Shawn Porter doesn't have the best chin in the world. He doesn't have the best chin in the world. When there's space given, I still think that he got dropped against Ugas. He got forced to the ground. He wouldn't have failed off that slip if Ugas didn't help him hit the canvas by hitting him on the back of the ear, okay? He got wobbled a few times against Keith Thurman. He got dropped against Adrian Broner. He was shook by Kell Brook. I'm saying he doesn't have the best chin in the world, especially when given space. So I think he needs to play a little bit of football, kind of smother Errol Spence a little bit, because if Errol Spence get full leverage on Shawn Porter will get rocked at least. Okay, so but yeah, we'll see their game plan, whatever it is. I'm definitely confident in the game plan with Shawn Porter. I do favor Errol Spence in this fight, but still, I think it's a magnificent fight. And like I said, Shawn Porter is doing a lot for boxing, just like the Mikey Garcias, Canelo Alvarez's. I got to give Shawn Porter so much love for creating so much movement in the welterweight division. That guy really put the division on his back. So yeah, I have no issues at all. I think Shawn Porter against Errol Spence is a more meaningful fight when it comes to the straps than Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence. But I think Errol Spence against Manny Pacquiao does a lot when it comes to legacy. And if Manny Pacquiao gets past, whoever wins between Keith Thurman and Manny Pacquiao is going to fight the winner between Shawn Porter and Errol Spence. That's how I see it. And I am feeling very confident that Floyd Mayweather isn't coming back and Keith Thurman will be Manny Pacquiao's next opponent, because it looks like Manny Pacquiao isn't trying to have that Errol Spence fight yet. ShowBizz, the dope. Got through it, man. Woo! Oh, I have a video coming up that's going to be extremely hilarious. I'm out. Be on the lookout.